Oh, what a... Good evening and welcome to Elliott Park here in Norton, Hamilton, week 4, Storm Week. Quite an apropos name for games in the middle of the week, I think, is Storm, considering the weather up and down the country has been happening. My name is Bevan Jenkinson. Great to have you for this highly anticipated match replay of last year's final. Fraser Tech at home versus Hautapu. Fraser Tech, they are sitting 6th on the table currently with a 1 win, 1 loss and a bye, while Hautapu sits second behind Otrahonga. Hautapu just coming onto the field at the moment. So Hautapu sitting second with 2 wins, no losses, and 2 bonus points from that win as well. Just in from Te Amuru, they're playing Otrahonga tonight. Earlier game. 22 minutes gone, 0-0 there. Apparently, though, reports are saying that the scrums are pretty much heavily in the favour of Otrahonga currently. And
5-0 now.
5-0 to
5-0 to Odo.
So Otrahonga's just at the front, 5-0. And here comes Fraser Tech, the home side, playing on the, if you know Elliott Park, on the very far side of the changing rooms, the southern end, I suppose you could call, of Elliott Park. Tonight's referee is Michael Winter, assisted by Glenn Foote, and from Auckland we also have Tim Olaf. Did I say that right, Tim? Good to know, mate. Thank you, Tim. Today's captains, Hautapu, Hamilton Burr, the lock from Scotland, played for Scotland under 20s, and co-captains for Fraser Tech is George Dwyer, wearing number 3, and Jordan Bunce in the centre. Your captains tonight. Don't forget to let us know where you're tuning in from, who you're supporting, if you're keeping warm, because that's always a good idea while the rest of us brave the cold temperatures. This is Hautapu will play left to right as we see it. Kobe Milne with the kick-off. 25 points this season, sitting 3rd on the points table. And Winter blows up time on. Taken there by Tech. Mauling it up. About 5 metres short of the 10 metre line, their own territory. Comes back. In the small numbers, can't imagine would be going with 2 big wide out passes just yet this evening. It has been slippery. So Hautapu have turned this over. Now James Thompson running it up to the 22 metre line. Coming wide out to Dion Berryman. To apologise for the scaffolding being in the way at the moment. It's being moved out wide left. Through to Jason Thomason, and Teg have won a penalty. First penalty of the match, and not releasing on the tackle is the call from Michael Winter. Penalty 2 metres outside their own 22. Good chance for Bunce to clear it towards us. And I don't think it's going to be reaching touch. No, it's not. Taken there by Berryman. Finds Ludson Kanetsi. Going under the smaller numbers, James Thompson in there as well. Just sit there for Daniel James. Finding Milne. Now there's a break. A little bit of half break. Finding some support. At the far left hand side. On the 22 now is Hautapu. Half a break here. Might get through. No, he's not. He's brought down Milton. And it's been knocked on from Hautapu, so Fraser get out of jail there.
Yes, some powerful runs there from Andrew Vianney, busting the line.
Yeah.
Waikato under 20s player, under 19s player from last season.
Thanks for that, Joel Scalander, because you with the camera's got a better sight than me, stashing that dark corner.
I'll help you out.
So the scrum being set as Reece Dixon feeds the ball into the scrum. Ball goes in now. Pretty good halfback we saw a couple of weeks ago is Dixon. Good run there from Tech. 22. And a kick downfield and a fine touch. Midway 22 and 10 metre line. Happy to throw it in, courtesy of Anton Milnes. Been overthrown a little bit, but tied it up there. And Hautapu look as though they've won this ball back. Both teams just keeping it in with the smaller numbers at the moment. Nine's gone more than two passes wide. Now it's out to Milne. He's going to prove me wrong though. Oh no, because Jason Thomason's knocked it on. And so Teko going through. And they'll come back to the advantage. They knock on from Jason Thomason. Yeah, Joel, there's a bit of confusion in there because for Hautapu we've got Jason Thompson playing in the playing number 4 and Jason Thomason playing in the centres. When I was looking at my notes this afternoon, I was like, oh, I've really got to make sure of that one. So scrum 2 metre for Fraser Tech, 2 metres inside their own half. It's Valence Tafari that's just sitting directly behind with it, while the rest of the back line is outright.
Also some more results coming in. Morrinsville Sport up over Melville after 20 minutes, 10-0.
So 10-0, Morrinsville leading Melville at the moment. That's quite surprising. Morrinsville without a win at the moment. Melville unbeaten after 2 games. Give you those updates as we can for the other games tonight. As Dixon it's a steady scrum. And a couple of decoy runners sitting there for Fraser Tech on the halfway line. Just want to pick and go off the back of the ruck. And another one. We've already seen what happens tonight if you go 2 passes wide. And Tech for the first time inside Hautapu's half with the ball. And Hautapu, no, they're just setting up their defence line. Still there for Dixon. Goes right now, there's a kick through from Harrison. And it's just beaten the player into touch. Bounced over him.
That's over here to Pike Savage out on that wing there.
Scored a couple of great tries against Hamilton Old Boys a couple of weeks ago on the live stream, didn't he, Joel?
Yeah, he was probably would have been the man of the match for Fraser Tech that day.
So, pretty wouldn't want to face him with a broken leg in a 50 metre sprint. And what have it actually looks as though it's been knocked on there from Tech coming through, so Hautapu ball to the line, to the scrum. Daniel James with his first feed. And it's gone down the front rows, both responsible looking at that one. Any idea on how much rain Hamilton has had in the last 24 hours, Joel?
Oh, definitely.
Plenty?
Plenty. Especially when we're setting up this scaffolding unit today, we got a little bit of a downpour.
Yeah, my thanks to you and Michael Winter for setting the referee today, setting that up.
But hey, it did what Google said it was going to clear. A lot of people said it was going to be raining through this game, so
Yeah, scrums have gone down again. No wind to speak of, and I know where I live, way out in the country, the wind certainly whipped through my house last night.
we had a lot of wind, so that was the worrying side was coming to put the scaffolding unit out here today.
That's right, we're still standing. If you hear a whoa,
and the camera hits the ground, you know that it's
you know we've gone too. So good, so far so good. And the scrum in this time. Tech have got a good push in there. Starting to wheel, but no, Hautapu have knocked it on for the third time this game. Fraser Tech now have a great scrum on the 22 metre line. Just too much pressure. And Simon Parker just having to play 9 there at the back of the scrum and knocked on there by Thomason.
And Old Boys lead Maris 7 points to 3 so far.
And that game has been going as long as we have. So 7-3 Hamilton Old Boys leading Hamilton Maris currently. So Dixon will feed it. Got Terry Pongi on the left.
And Ballastafari coming way out here, so he's going to try and match up against the small fullback.
I think they will go right though, yes they will. Through to Harrison. And there's a great run there.
Oh, what a try.
And got a number there, Joel.
I'm going to say that's Tapaya Cook-Savage.
I'd say it is Tapaya.
We were talking about him earlier.
Yep.
Yep, in the headgear.
Can't miss him with the headgear. And just proving what we were saying seconds earlier about his speed. Tech leading 5-0. Kick to come. 10 minutes gone. It's the kick on the far right hand side.
Because Liam Coombs Fabling, the fullback.
Yeah, he was playing wing a couple of weeks ago.
He had that horrific injury in the final last year where he dislocated his kneecap.
I was actually trying to go back through the highlights of last year's final and I was just like, I don't need to be reminded. I think there was one each in that final, one for Tech and one for Hautapu.
But it's good to see him back in action.
And the kick is and through the middle, and Tech the Tobiah Cook-Savage's try converted by Liam Coombs Fabling. Tech are leading 7-0, just 11 minutes gone. There's the restart from Hautapu. It's high into the lights down and down into touch there. And a pretty decent one sitting on the 11 metres inside Fraser Tech's half. So Anton Milnes will throw the ball into the line out. And the throw has been stolen from Fraser Tech. Now Milne with it. 11 metres still inside their own half as Fraser Tech. Now it comes back, kick downfield. And man sitting underneath it, takes it quite comfortably. Josh Gascoigne, 18 tests for the Netherlands. National side, and there's an advantage for a penalty for Hautapu. It's the player in from the side there. Hautapu have a chance to get inside Fraser Tech's half. Done this a few times, haven't converted any points yet. Fraser Tech have only been inside Hautapu's red zone once. And they hit the lead. Thanks, Brett. And a decent kick there. 5 metres outside Tech's 22. Decent crowd out here for a Wednesday night.
Especially with the rain today as well.
The weather's not been very kind. Do see plenty of people also tuning in on the live stream. Great to see. Coming this Saturday, we will have Hamilton Marist at home against Melville. As Milnes throws it, and
That's great.
not straight as the call. I was like, I know it wasn't straight, but I can't hear a whistle. So. Fraser Tech just to the left of us certainly knew it wasn't straight. That's pretty how obvious it was.
And half time in the Te Awamutu Sports Odo game, Otrahonga leading 8-3.
So Otrahonga 8-3 over Te Awamutu at half time. Of course, last update, Melville, Morans were leading 10-0 over Melville at home, at Melville. And 7-3, wasn't it? Hamilton Old Boys.
Yes, over Marist.
Over Marist. So ball there for Dixon. And good running there from Pongi, playing first runner. And out to Kim Stabling. He's being taken in a bit of a high shot. It's an advantage for it though. And then 8 metres inside their own half is Fraser Tech. Still advantage for Fraser Tech though. That high shot on Kim Fabling. Player right up quick. They'll come back. It was definitely a wacky do going in earlier. Actually, Winter has got another penalty there for offside. Cook Savage looking to go quick, but
Take it back to the high shot.
yep. Given the two advantages, you'd
Take one further down the field.
Yeah. Even if it is only a couple of metres, you'd still take it. So Harrison kicking it in, doesn't find a lot of room, but gets 10 metres out of that kick anyway. And Cody Muir, this is throwing the line out. Can Hautap steal one back? Yes, they can. Great chance there for David Morris. Now finds Hamilton Burr. No mistaking him on the field. Hautap on the halfway line comes back to Kobe Milne. And Coombs Fabling calls the mark just inside the 22. Free kick, short arm penalty, whatever you want to call it. And the touch finder, Glenn Foot didn't really have to move there. He was pretty well positioned for that one. And Fraser Tech now 14 metres inside their own half. Call there from Hautapu. Let's worry about winning the line out before anything else, which they have done as Hautapu. Mm-hmm. 12 metres inside Tech's half. Underwheel makes some metres. And there's a drop goal advantage, which actually isn't too bad. But it's away to the left. Looked pretty good there for a second, Joel. We definitely had some metres on it. Of course, these days the way goal kickers can kick, we saw on the weekend to the Chiefs' misfortune, Geordie Barrett kicking a 60-metre penalty at FMG Stadium, Waikato. Not the first one though. Back in 2009 when the All Blacks played South Africa, one of the South African goal kickers did that.
Or Francois Steyn at Waikato
Francois Steyn, thank you. I was trying to think who it was.
Broke the hearts of all the All Black supporters that day.
Yeah. And nice touch finder here from Hautapu, which is found 8 metres from the Tech line. Now can Tech this time, can Hautapu this time convert into points? They've been into the Fraser Tech's half quite a few times. They've won the script, won the line out, the maul comes. They're sitting the back there for Milnes, and the maul's still going forward. Here's Mudkanetsi with it on the 5 metre line. And I think it's a try there for Ollie Norris. Number 1, Joel, is that who you've got? Pretty sure I saw a number 1 on the back, or have you?
The way that they're congratulating, I'm pretty sure it's not Ollie Norris.
Right, okay.
Could be David Morris. Just trying to see the back of his jersey. Number 7.
Yep. So David Morris from went to school in Newington College in New South Wales. According to Facebook, that is. Great to see Mike Gregan as the conversion is successful. We're all tied up 7-all. Great to see Mike Gregan tuning in, enjoying the live stream, Joel. I'd say he's a bit warmer than us. Harrison with the restart. Go right and deep down to the 22, but well taken there, quite comfortably. And great clearance kick from
Hongara.
Yeah, Hongara, thank you. Though Tech might be calling a short line out, yes they have. And three players out of that one. And Hautapu have won a second one against the throw. And they'll get the penalty as well. It's a high shot on the tackle. So the second one of the game, one each. The high shot. And the clearance kick, 14 metres inside Fraser Tech's half. Good to have you wherever you are tuning in. Let us know where you are. I see a few people, a couple of people from Scotland cheering on Hamilton Burr. There's an advantage for pulling down the maul. And the penalty will come as Tika turned the ball over. Did look as though that maul came down pretty quickly. From the chilly Bay of Plenty, I can't say the Waikato is very warm either tonight, but I'm sure Keel, if I'm saying your name right, there's a great touch finder right on the 5 metre line, and Hautapu have a chance for a second try possibly. Tika have got to be wary though. They've just been pinged for bringing down a maul, so Milnes will throw it again. Tika have got their defence going and tight. It's been brought down a metre short. And all those small numbers going in towards the try line. Couple of metres short and try time. Interesting to see who's got that one. It was only the small numbers going in there. Got a player for us there, Joel?
Well, looks like David Morris again.
David Morris was the second, possibly. I thought it was all small. Oh, actually, no, he's number 7, so it is a small number.
But they
with all those players around.
They gave him a quick congratulations. So,
whoever it was Hautapu's second, and just take him to worry about that defence at line out. Milne with his second, successful with his first. And he's successful this as well. So 25 minutes gone. Hautapu leading 14, Fraser Tech 7. Someone even Joel watching from a my. They might win on cold this, tests.
Yeah, got another score update. Melville's now taking the lead, 15-10.
15-10 over Morrisville Sports as the kick goes 10 just. Morrisville, Hautapu lets its bounce. As Vianney mulls it up. Now the options are there for Milne. Steps around a tackle, goes right. Nice take there from Coon Stabling. He returns it. Gone high. I tell you what, it's not easy to judge right up there in that dark sky. Great step there from Berryman. And not rolling is the call. I don't think Berryman appreciated that tackle.
And at the moment, it is 17-3 Old Boys over Marist.
So 5 minutes to go with Melville leading, what did you say, 15-10? 15-10 over Morrisville, and that last score was?
17-3.
Hamilton Old Boys leading 17-3 over Hamilton Marist currently. Thank you, Joel, for those updates. Camera person plus statistician. as close as the statisticians as we'll get at the moment. And looks as though Berryman's fine, so can play the penalty for not rolling in the tackle. Nice little touch finder there, 15 metres inside Tech's half. The game's at Elliott Park in Norton. As we've got a free kick for a ball. You don't see many of those these days. It's outside the 22, so Tech have a couple of options other than kicking it out on the full. They'll call a scrum. Yes, so this game is at Elliott Park in Hamilton, which happens to be Fraser Tech's second home ground. The other one being Mill Street, which is pretty much directly opposite the green zone in FMG Stadium, Waikato.
Ellie, flatten up. Get flat. Connect with me.
So scrum 15 metres inside Tech's half. And our third reset of the game. Decent crowd still here at Elliott Park, which is great to see. About 150. Could be even more than that. Actually, might even be 200 people roughly. It's a scrum sets Dixon. Here's Harrison at first receiver on the right hand side. And he kicks downfield up into that sky. As the Hautapu have overrun it, but he's been taken out in the air. So his advantage. Bit unfortunate there, but play on the air, you just can't, you've got to leave him alone. It was a bit of an accident.
Offside, because he touched the ball. But he touched the ball after...
I didn't see that. Obviously better I adjust them to the night than me, Joel. And this one's been touched back into from Fraser Tech. Really well done from Coons Fabling, I think.
Flag up though.
Oh no, it has stayed up. I was looking at it, I thought he'd pulled it down actually. So Hautapu will have it 5 metres outside Tech's 22. They've gone into the maul. And looks as though Fraser Tech have sacked this. So maul won't be going any further. And 5 metres inside Tech's 22 now. And it's just the smaller numbers making the metres for Hautapu. And they're still going forwards. They're just taking 1 or 2 players with them. Now they're 10 metres from Tech's line. 14-7. Just over 10 minutes to go till half time. Blow here would be crucial for Hautapu. Now he comes right to Milne. Over to Mudkinzi. And he's just about been dragged in, but he's managed to keep the ball in play. 2 metres short of the try line now is Hautapu. And Tech's turned this over, they've kicked it in, down, and I think there's been a knock. Yeah, there's a knock on. Thank you, Joel, for picking that one up. It's the setup here is a little bit weird, where I've got my back to play almost. So that's where the turnover came from. There's a knock on, and we'll have a scrum on the 5 metre line. Defensive scrum. Tech scrum though, is working for them. Even though Hautapu forwards just seem to be a bit more powerful at the moment, Tech scrum is looking tidy. And good scrum again from Fraser Tech it is.
Yes, Peter!
As it comes out to Valence Safari, he kicks it downfield. It's covered there from Milne. Now he flings it over, long pass. Not a sort of pass that you'd want as Kim's Fabling gets him. Mudskin Yetzi tidies up. No, and Hautapu have got it.
Parker with a nice run there.
Danger!
Now it's being flung through the backs. But Hautapu are 13 metres inside their own half. They're with 5 metres from Tech's try line. As Mild kicks it into the sky deep. Cook Savage underneath it. Does it quite comfortably. As you're never too sure. I don't even think his feet knows where he's going half the time to fire. They get him there in the end. On the 10 metre line, their own territory is Tech. And looks as though there's going to be a box kick from Dixon, but too slow on it. And Hautapu have won this back on that charge down. Bit of a wacky do, a strong wacky do in there. As Mill kicks it through and it's charged down. Third one in play. Tech have it back. Great work here from Tech. They're 9 metres inside their own half. There are small numbers in the back line though. There's an advantage being played. I don't think the Hautapu player was quick enough out of that ruck. 12 metres now. Well, Hautapu have to watch this. 3 charge downs and a couple of phases. Crucial play there. But Hautapu just in quick. Fraser Tech in quick on those kicks. One of those charge downs actually were a Fraser Tech box kick. But in the end of all that messiness, Fraser Tech have come out winners.
So half time, Melville versus Morrinsville, 15 all.
So Melville and Morrinsville all tied up at half time, 15 all. Melville sitting third.
Maris has just scored as well to make it 17-10 Old Boys over there.
Is that a half time?
Not half time there.
So not quite half time at Hamilton Old Boys versus Hamilton Maris, 15-10. And Melville and Morrinsville tied up 15 all.
Old Boys.
Old Boys. Yes, it is Old Boys in front there. Got one of the Tech coaches getting confused. I'm confusing him. Fraser Tech have got a scrum. Looking at this, yep, double knock on. And so Fraser Tech will have a scrum just on Hautapu's 22.
Yeah.
So I just seen on the live stream somebody asking why is there rugby tonight. It's just due to COVID cutting the season pretty much, almost in half. To get the season in, the union have had to put in a Wednesday night game, Storm Week. And as I said at the introduction too, they couldn't fit the Storm Week in a better week, I think. More befitting for its name. So that's the reason why Premier A rugby is being played this week. This week on a Wednesday, as well as last Saturday and this Saturday coming. Fraser Tech have got Morrinsville this Saturday, I don't know that much. And there's a good scrum there for Tech. And a break. Almost there, not quite. Fraser Tech have knocked it on over the line, and Hautapu get out of jail there. How many jail cards do you have each half, Joel? I mean, Fraser Tech have had a couple. There's one now for Hautapu. Score remains 14-7. 4.5 minutes to go to half time. So 5 metres from the line is Hautapu with the scrum. So we're looking to strike this ball and getting it back quick the way Tech's scrum has been working for them. It's steady now. It's number 8 breaks off and it's Milne making some metres. Now it comes back and it's a grubber through the ground which confuses everybody. Now Cook Savage. He's met by a couple of big, strong tackles there from Fraser Tech. As Pongi has it. Metre short of the 22. Hautapu territory. And there's a penalty. And it's an offside call. I'd say with 3.5 minutes to go, you'd take the 3 points here. Interesting call here from Daniel Tecker, the Fraser Tech coach, saying, you know, if we want to go to a set piece, it's got to be a scrum more than the line out due to scrums working for them. Line outs have been very messy, both sides. Looks as though they have listened to me, and we'll take a line out 15 metres in from the right hand touch line on the 22. Well, Joel, they listened to, you know, I think Melville listened to you last week and disagreed with me, so I get one back this week.
I think they're going to take a shot. So they're going to listen to your very first call.
Yep. Kim's Fabling 1 from 1 at the moment. Apologies for that view. Sorry folks, just sorting something out there. I know some people won't mind it. If I can think of one person who won't mind that view, but we'll stick with the game at the moment. Fabling comes and strikes it. It is to the right, so they'll take the 22. Unsuccessful with a second kick there is Kim's Fabling.
Marist has just drawn it up 17 all.
So 17 all between Hamilton Marist and Hamilton Old Boys. That game at Elliott Park, which is on the Brian Perry side of FMG Stadium, Waikato. And now Tapai Cook Savage with it. Runs it for a small guy. He doesn't mind the contact at all. And he'll then pass out the bunts to just 2 metres inside half. Hautapu's half. Now, with Tifari, there's a hand on there from Hautapu, but they haven't won it. Now bunts again. 12 metres inside it. Hautapu's half. Hautapu getting some numbers in there quick, but Tech's quicker in there cleaning out them. Now it's Harrison with it. There's some strong defence here. And another big one here from Hamilton Burr, I think it was, with that tackle. And wide out to Tifari. And at the moment, Tech aren't going anywhere. Tifari with that carry. Now it's Sam Nelly. Man, that went to my alma mater, one of my alma maters, Sacred Heart College in Auckland. And in about 5 phases they've made a meter now as Fraser Tech. And going back to the small numbers as Tech, but same result. Now it comes up to Harrison. Here comes the kick. It's Coombs Fabling with a run. He's picked it up very nicely. It has been offloaded. And what a try that is! I think Joel Stillander's got that one in his tries of the week already.
Damn right.
Who has ended up with that one, Joel?
Tapai Cook Savage, this is double for tonight.
It is Tapai. I didn't realise they'd given it back to him, so that was a great piece of work there. And the home side here do appreciate it. So by the sound of the call from Fraser Tech here, it's half time.
A lot of draws coming up in this storm week.
Well, I mean, with these storm weeks, and you know, we had it in the Mighty, what is now the Mighty Team Cup. I think it was the ITM Cup when they did it. You know, the call was there about player tiredness, but backing up 4 days later, Joel, doesn't seem to be that from either side at the moment. So this kick 7 metres from the right hand touchline and 19 metres out from the try line, so about 25 on the angle. And I apologise for that, I've already given the conversion away. Kim Sabling strikes it. And I'll change it back because it's now 14-all. That is half time here at Elliott Park. My name is Bevan Jenkinson. Great to have you wherever you have been tuning in. Stay warm. We'll come back in 5 minutes. Great enterprising rugby currently here at Elliott Park between Fraser Tech 14, the home side, against Hautapu 14 apiece.
watching it on their phones.
Right, so back for the second half. What was the halftime scores there you had, Joel?
So, Melbourne's into the second half now. They're leading 24-17 after being 17 all at half time.
So 24-17 to Melville over Morrisville as the kick goes down deep. Puts it on the 22 there from Hautapu.
And 17 all between Old Boys and Marist.
17 all Old Boys and Marist at half time. That must be just about.
No, that is half time.
Oh, that is half time?
Running the same time as this game.
Cook Savage kicks it down, throws it up with a good low tackle. Actually now on the 10 metre line. As definitely Terry Pongi has given away a stupid penalty there. Ruck was a couple of minutes into it and he's gone in there with a big mitts. And good touch finder finds the 10 metre line, Fraser Tech territory. Now Milnes with the throw. He's lost a couple, but there's another balk. 2 in a match. Joel, have you ever seen 2 balks in one match?
No, usually someone learns their lesson off the first time. So
it's a very interesting one. Scrum called here for Fraser Tech. It's only a short arm penalty. Free kick. But one in each half there for Cody Milnes for a balk. Great call there by Michael Winter and also helped out by Glenn Foote. Tim Olaf on the far side in the second half. Man from Auckland. Always good when referees get to exchange around like that. And the scrum now. Fraser Tech with a good push. They've got a penalty advantage. Comes up to Harrison. He tips it a little bit over the top. Collected by nobody. Just Fraser Tech's ball. Yes, it is. His arms going everywhere. And they'll come back. The scrum penalty. Hautapu's forwards have it in the general play, but come set piece at the scrum time, it was all Fraser Tech. And Tech going to make some metres into Hautapu's half. There was a short jab. I actually thought that was coming straight for you, Joel.
For this one, it's 17 all. Oh, 17 all.
14.
14 all. Yeah. No.
Well, I had live streaming 2020 cricket in the summer. Actually, I had 2 out of 3 tied games in one round.
5, 8, 7. Go, sit.
This one is a good clean bunt off the top, but Jason Thompson having to do some tidying it up. Peniasi Ioane doing the work.
I was also mentioned today that he's getting very close to having 200 games in the next coming weeks.
Peniasi?
Yep, 200 club games.
200 club games, that's brilliant. As Kim's Fabling with a kick downfield. And Kobe Milne doing the tidying up. It's charged down, another charge down. Kicking team on side, that's all fair. Love and war. And Hautapu have won it back out of this one. Milne with a second one in a phase. Kicks it down left hand side for Fraser Tech. Looking for his options, and second one was I think Tech have tried it low on the ground, but it hasn't worked this time. And into touch. All settled down. About the 5th charge down of the match, Joel, you think?
There's been a lot of charge downs.
There's been a lot of charge downs. Well, I don't think it's so much the kicking player, the kicking team not choosing the right option. I think the defence has been really good getting up close and challenging the kick. So now Tech have it 3 metres inside their own half, but overthrown. It's got to be the third one. And Morris with 2 tries. Now it's Wilkinson with it, making about 12 metres with that run on the 10 metre line now. Fraser Tech territory. With therefore Kaya Hongara. And now they sit 5 metres outside Tech's 22. Now Simon Parker. And is he going to be held up there? Yes, he will. 2 metres short.
Vianney.
Yeah. For Andrew Vianney. Right near the try line there. And still just going down to the ground, but Fraser Tech's defence at the moment is superb. Hautapu have got no answers just yet. Can Fraser Tech hold out? And try time! Hautapu have got there in the end. We'll have to wait and see who's congratulated with that one.
Andrew Vianney.
It is Andrew Vianney with a try. And Hautapu hit back in the front. They lead 19-14. Just over 6 minutes gone, second half. Well, Fraser Tech's defence was looking strong there for a while, but just couldn't quite hold out.
Yeah.
So Milne. That was a penalty, must I? Yeah. 2 from 3, and he'll make it 3 from 4. Missed an earlier penalty, but extends the margin out to 7.
20-3, Odo 4 to go.
So Odo Otrahonga looking as though they'll take out the match over Te Awamutu.
Remain unbeaten in the competition too.
They'll stay top of the table with an unbeaten record. 20-3 with 3 minutes to go. And I did think Tech must have had a substitution in there. Bo Hamilton on to the field. He'll restart the game. And good kick down towards the 22. Big kick from Kongi. Being left alone by the crowd, but been too far. So Fraser Tech will now have a line out 2 metres inside Hautapu's 22. 2 metres inside Hautapu's half, sorry. And trouble both sides here for line out time. Neither side really capitalising on them, other than Hautapu having a try out of 1. The rest of them have been pretty rusty as well. So looks as though Nicholas Jeffcoat onto the field at hooker. Because these two teams played on Saturday, they'll be playing again this Saturday, so no rest for either side. University having the bye tonight. As Daniel James feeds it in. Hautapu with a big scrum here. And we'll feed it out to Josh Gascoigne, the Dutch international. Quarter metre inside. Oh, and there's a penalty. Player clearing out. out past the breakdown is the call there. If you are new to rugby, you know, breakdown involves a metre and you just can't clear out players outside of that metre circumference. That's what that penalty's for.
Coming up for
Fraser Tech.
Matty Lounsden coming on.
Yep, Matty Lounsden. Fraser Tech and the clearance kick, making it about 12 metres, is
number 19's coming on as well.
Shama Salamona, sorry. He'll be in action straight away with this line-out throw. Both sides really realising the set piece is killing them. And Hautapu have got it back. It's been a knock-on. So under a scrum advantage. It's Hautapu. And a box kick there from Hautapu. Finds the Pie Cook Savage. Kim's Fabling will return the kick downfield. There's actually no one back here. So this is actually a pretty decent kick, it is. And great piece of work there from Kim's Fabling. Finding that little gap open space.
And we've actually restarted where we were about 2 seconds ago.
Stole my next line, Joel. Definitely a win there from for Fraser Tech though. Great to have you wherever you are tuning in. Let us know where you are. If you hopefully you're staying warm. We'll do the cold work for you while you can watch the rugby on a Wednesday night. My name's Bevan Jenkinson. It's been great to bring you this with Bev's Broadcasting, working alongside the Union. Hautapu have won the line out. Not really going anywhere with that carry. Not much Daniel James could do off the back of that. Kobe Moon now kicks for his outside backs. It is high, it's even hard to see in the sky. Kim's Fabling can't get hold of it. It's come back for Hautapu. Loose ball though on the ground. Hautapu have it 9 metres inside half. Milne, he'll kick it downfield again. And Kim's Fabling with it. Can he find some gap space this time? Goes with the Gary O on the up and under. Taken by Milne, and we'll win again for Fraser Tech on this one with the kicking duel. 13 metres inside their own half is Hautapu. Milne looking for his options, puts it on to the foot, but not really there. But they'll come back for the advantage for Hautapu, and I think it's as though it's an offside penalty being blown there. Can't see that number. It's 22. So it looks as though Nathan Smith is going to be coming on for Fraser Tech once the ball's been kicked dead. It does. And subs will be called, so Nathan Smith coming onto the field. Going into the left-hand wing position. Placing Vance to Fadi. So Hautapu line out, 9 metres inside Tech's half, they've lost it. So Fraser Tech will have it now. Again, it's just the set piece line outs. Really, the line outs aren't working. Now it's a great pass out to Bubs. Now it's to Cook Savage. And
That's a hat trick.
to Pia Cook Savage, looking for a metre or two. He seals a hat trick, and great work there. Lost the numbers in the light here at Elliott Park, but he ended up with it. No mistaking him. And it's 21-19 kick to come 14 and a half minutes gone, second half. What a game we have. Hat-trick man there on screen. I know he mixed them up a couple of times against Hamilton Old Boys, but no mistaking.
Not anymore.
Not that time.
And that potentially might put him, depending on how Oklahoma went tonight, as the top try scorer for the Premier competition.
Thanks for that, Joel, because I didn't see either side having players on your list, but of course with your graphics you only can have so many players. So it looks as though Bo Hamilton's going to load
when
this
you've
one
got
up.
20 people on 2 tries,
Yeah.
you only want to put the top 3.
I figured it probably was that. So Hamilton's first kick of the night. And it's away the left, so it'll stay 21-19. Cook Savage's third try unsuccessful. Cook Savage is actually Tapaya. Cook Savage is actually, I think he is playing in, isn't he? No, ignore that comment. It's Coombs Fabling that's playing fullback tonight from the wing, and goes down to the hat-trick man inside the 22, and it's a decent kick out. A couple of the crowd having to spread. I actually thought that was going to land on our head still for a second there.
I've got the decent the roof line for us.
The technology you've used in providing us those cover, mate, is superb. I don't know if the union have got any more bull clips left though.
So the union is out of small clips.
So Hautapu finally won their own line out, and they're all in it. 15 metres inside Tex half. They've still got it. There's a big maul. This is wet weather rugby. Haven't had any rain tonight since kick-off, but it is still wet underfoot. Now it comes out and through.
Jason Thompson there.
Jason Thomason.
Thomason, sorry.
No, that's right. You get the number, I'll get the name, Joel, because I'm struggling to see that far at night. Probably the reason why I gave up the whistle. Now Hautapu 6 metres away from Tex line, which is holding good so far. Took Hautapu about 10 phases last time to crack through. This is on phase 4. Hautapu going with their small numbers. You know, it's been general play that the Hautapu forwards have been winning the game so far. For the visitors, now they're 3 metres from the line. And there's a big tackle in there. Driving him back from Fraser Tech. So you can just see those goalposts in the background. Now it comes out wide on the bounce pass to Berryman. Going backwards a little bit. It's phase 9 now. There's a lot of support coming from the Hautapu side. And 2 metres short now. It's the 13th phase. It's right on the try line. Michael Winter looking. Try has been scored. No, it's actually a penalty, sorry. It's a kick downfield, all confusion. We all thought it was a try, but there's a few Fraser Tech players coming through. Gascoigne's got away on it though. Find some support. Through Thomason. And Hautapu have it back 12 metres inside their Tech's half. Can't find Mudskanietsi with it though. Now it's Thomason again. And Hungara with a loose pass, but he's knocked it on. What a win that is for Fraser Tech right there. They were millimetres away from conceding their 4th try of the night. Managed to hold on, get a penalty. They've very cleverly kicked it downfield And Hautapu with the ball, knock it on, 1 metre outside Fraser Tech's 22, and Fraser Tech will have a scrum now. Now that I've stopped talking, Joel, what's the updates?
Having a look. Full time. Odo 20. Tiamuru Sports 3.
So
now,
a 23 full-time score over Te Aomuru.
And Hamilton Maris has taken the lead over Old Boys. They lead 20-17.
Hamilton Maris 20, Hamilton Old Boys 17. And Joel, it's quite hard to decide. We were both discussing on Saturday whether we do this game or that game, and
for me,
I think there's time. I think I need money to cover 2 games at once.
I do like watching somebody get a hat trick, so I'm glad that we came here tonight for this one. And it's lived up to the billing as well.
Oh, definitely has.
Last year's final.
Yeah. And I still believe that Fraser Tech in that final was got as close as anyone did all season to Hautapu.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
31-20, I think that score was in the end. It stayed pretty much in the game the whole way. Fraser Tech have won it. Won their own scrum, which is steady. A little bit moving now. Now it's after Harrison. No, it's actually Hamilton. And on the 10 metre line, own half, own territory. And as the box kick comes through, and Jordan Bunce is on the defence. Now it's there for Milne. Playing a lot at fullback. Kicks it down to Tex fullback, who gives it off to Pai Cook Savage. And he goes up and under. And I think there might be a penalty coming. No, there won't be.
I think it might have been perfectly timed.
I think well, if it wasn't a penalty, it was definitely well timed from Coombs Fabling. As Milne has it, he'll clearance kick downfield. Find some open space though towards the Tex 22. Plenty of time though there for Cook Savage. And he'll run it this time. Need to put a tracker on that guy Joel as well as having his strike count, I believe. 15 metres inside their own half is Fraser Tech. It's a kick down. He's knocked it on.
He's already looking at where he's going to go.
David Milne, you can't blame that one on the weather conditions. That one is purely just a fundamental mistake.
Yeah, I think he had to look up just to make sure that no one was going to come and hit him. Possibly having the Liam's Coombe fabling about 2 plays beforehand running into him.
Yeah, it was a solid hit, that one. It's a question from Isaac Oliver. Joel, is Piniasi the greatest rugby player in the Waikato? I have to say, having played 200 club games, yeah, that's quite a few. Although, how many? Dan Carter's father racked up a few for Southbridge, I heard on the weekend. Tech have it from their scrum. Ball here, 5 metres outside. Hautapu's 22.
I got an update from Melville at the moment. 7 minutes to go. And it's 29-24 Melville.
How long to go?
7 minutes to go.
7 minutes to go. Melville are leading 29-24 over Morrinsville. Morrinsville haven't had a win all season. Even beaten in a pre-season game against College Old Boys from Te Araha. I was at that game. So some very interesting results coming in tonight.
Considering we've had 3 games with drawn at half time.
Yeah. And all staying very close. Bring that update. More updates coming as we get them. Thank you to Joel and his team at the Union. There's Hautapu win their scrum. midway 22 10 metre line, own territory. Now it's Vianney with it. One of the Tech players goes over. Milne with his upbeat kick in the night downfield.
Funny there.
As Tim Fabling goes up high. And there's another good collision there from Kim Sabling and Milne. But Milne wins it again. And there might be a box kick coming up. There is. Cook Savage underneath this one. No, he's left it behind. Winter says gone backwards, so play on. He won't. Cook Savage won't mind that at all. Fraser Tech now 15 metres inside their own territory. James Fabling with a kick down to Milne again. Milne looking at returning the kick, doesn't. Great break here from Hautapu. Got Mudskin Yetzi with him.
Big hit from Matty Lansdowne there.
It was Gascoigne actually that made that break. Now Hautapu are on their 22. The time Fraser Tech has spent in their red zone at the moment's been pretty incredible to be only 2 points behind on the scoreboard. And a good challenge here coming through. Can't make the tackle though. And Fraser Tech have got out of tail once more. Player leaving their feet from Hautapu. Did you hear what he said? Thought Brendan Witskins Yetzi was trying to say something to me, so I couldn't quite pick it up.
Possibly, I think he was going to say every time or
It sounded like every time, yeah. Which is interesting considering the call went against his side. And the kick might not have gone out. It will now with a bit of hands there from Hautapu on the far side.
Hautapu really need to do one of those Crusaders ones and run from 5-10 metres out and jump into the field.
On that subject, Joel, how great is that Will Jordan, the wing fullback for Crusaders at the moment? He is just
the informed player after lockdown.
Sublime at the moment. I know they've been talking about him, the last couple of seasons, but yeah, in Super Rugby Aotearoa, he's definitely one to watch out for at the moment. My side, the Blues, will have to watch him on Saturday night. Who would have thought top of the table clash, both sides undefeated after 4 weeks of Super Rugby. Here's a wobbly throw there from Fraser Tech.
Oh, strip.
And Hautapu have it. One of the new players on the field there for Hautapu. In a game like this, it's pretty easy to spot the newer players. As there's another charge down in this match. And Milne does the tidying up. It's about 7 charge downs for the match as Winter says play on. Fraser Tech have it. Can you tell me who that head game number is? If you find it?
If it's a back, it should be Matty Lansdowne. For Fraser Tech, is it?
Yep. Might be that Lansdowne. So Fraser Tech on the 22 metre line. Hautapu territory. Been pretty good at rewarding their charges into the red zone, but just as I say that, it's a knock on.
Commentator's curse, eh?
Oh, the amount of times that happens for me, Joel, I think you can call it the Bevan's curse rather than the commentator's curse. Bo Hamilton just basically leaving that ball behind, getting his mitts on it. Corey Tongi out, coming onto the field for Fraser Tech. Number 16. Replacing Peter Neely. Good win, Sacred Heart College in Auckland. Had over rivals Auckland Grammar on the weekend. Got to see that as someone that went to Sacred Heart for 3 years. If you're not too sure, there's 4 Sacred Hearts in New Zealand. 3 of them are girls, and the only boys one is in Auckland. Get a few looks in Hamilton, a few weird looks from people in Hamilton when I say I went to Sacred Heart. Daniel James has done a bit of work, but his shirt actually looks pretty clean. His white shorts don't, but this has reminded me of something too, Joel. Last weekend when I was driving up, you got Hamilton, Marist, Fraser Tech, Hautapu. Who else are hoop? There's quite a few hoop teams in the Premier competition.
Are you meaning just with the white hoops, or Melville's got hoops?
Oh, Melville is another one.
Old Boys has got hoops.
Old Boys, yeah. So that's 6 teams out of 9.
Oklahoma don't.
Yeah.
And
Tapai Cook Savage with it. He'll look to kick downfield. Gascoigne tidying up now, gives off to Milne, and Milne finds Kings Fabling. Hautapu managing just to get onside there. Even with his pace, Kings Fabling couldn't catch them offside. Now it comes through, and the passes are finding backwards. Nathan Smith tidying it up, and they'll come back for an advantage.
How long have we got
an offside. Well, my clock shows just over 9 minutes to go. It is a rough estimate though, folks. I know I didn't start it on time for the first half.
Well, you have to say, you'd probably go for the 3 here.
Yep. I'd give that to you, Joel, had Michael Winter not just signalled 3. I would give you that one if the referee hadn't just signalled that. So directly out in front, 37 metres is the distance.
They've got the likes of Matty Lansdowne and
Liam
who's Fabling.
Yeah, it's not Fabling because he's out here.
Is it Bo Hamilton?
It might be Bo. Yeah. Is it Bo kicking this? No, we're not going to get any help from Fraser Tech there. Sorry, folks. I think it might be Bo Hamilton actually. I know he's had a few carries. Yeah, he's got the sleeves on. So as the kick is looking good, it is over. And Fraser Tech hit the lead, 22-19. Just a reminder, folks, that Hautapu wasn't beaten at all last season, undefeated this season. Now they're 1 point behind with 8 minutes to go.
And it's 20 all, Marist versus Hamilton Old Boys.
So Marist, Hamilton Old Boys, they're 20 all as well. So what a Wednesday night we're having.
Anybody sack 13 pluses, you've got it for right for...
Well, you've got it one game. As there's a big hit from Hautapu, and Fraser Tech have knocked it on the kick-off.
Right in front of the Hautapu supporters as well.
Just in case you don't have your hearing aids turned on. Because that was a pretty good loud cheer there. One thing is for Tech though is just you've got to rely on your defence. It's been working quite well. Hautapu have had 10 plus phases where they just haven't been able to turn into points right in front of Tech's goalposts. So there's a call here from Daniel Tecker, the Fraser Tech coach, saying discipline, you've got to watch it. Only 1 point in front. What a shake-up of the competition this would be if Fraser Tech managed to upset Hautapu. They've almost upset the scrum. Hautapu might have this. No, they don't. They have a penalty. And as loud as Hautapu were for the knock-on, Fraser Tech are just as loud celebrating their penalty.
is going on at the moment. I'm still trying to find out the final score of the Melville game.
So we don't have a final score from Melville-Morrinsville. What was that last time?
It
4
was
points?
29-24.
Yeah, 5. So it was an unconverted try in it between Melville and Morrinsville. 7 minutes to go. Don't have an update yet there. If you're only just tuning in, Hamilton Marist, Hamilton Old Boys, 20 apiece at the moment. And they started at the same time as we did. So you'd imagine that they'd have about 6 minutes to go in that match as well. What a cracking Storm week we're having, folks. My name is Bevan Jenkinson. Great to have you wherever you're tuning in. Fraser Tech, there's a bit of a celebration going on because they've won that line out. They've set it into them all. I can't hear. And being held up by Hautapu. As Fraser Tech are trying to win it, but no, it's been held up. And loud cheer there from the Hautapu side. Daniel Teka, the Fraser Tech coach, doesn't mind it 1 peat, but there's one strong point Tech have had in this game. It is their scrums, with or without the ball. So just a reminder that that time on screen is only the time I've got. Glenn, what have you got? 5 to go, which is what I've got. Yep, so thanks Glenn Foot, assistant referee, for confirming my time is actually right.
With a shake of the head there.
As Hautapu have won their scrum. Now it's up on the 10 metre line. Hasn't gone anywhere just yet. Here's Hautapu. So Nico underwheel. Here's Milne, finds some space behind Tapia Cook Savage. He has Coombs Fabling with him though, so it's not too worried just at the moment. And touch finder 3 metres outside the 22.
Have you got a final score of the Melville game?
More down there.
29-24 with 7 to go at 11 past 8, so I'm pretty sure it'll be over now. Yeah.
Now Hautapu, they've got it. The first thing I've got to do here is win their own line out. It's been 50-50 both sides. Tech decide not to challenge. Hautapu go into the maul. Been sacked very well there from Tech though. And one off runner. Still 5 metres outside the 22. So it's a bit of a dummy. Pick it up from half and dummy there as Milne plays half back now. Off to Andre Vianney. Make it a couple of metres though. Phase 4. Now Norris with his second carry in these phases, sitting on the 22. Now Morris he's scored a couple already tonight. And just as the short passes and they're inside 22 metres, inside the 20 Fraser Tech's 22 now. There's an advantage for a penalty and it's blowing. And Hautapu 21 metres out from the line, 2 metres from the left hand upright, so they've got a chance to hit the front with just 2 minutes to go. Updates there, Joel?
Not at the moment.
No updates coming yet. It's pretty exciting stuff for a Wednesday night. Makes the 75-minute drive here worthwhile, actually. Circumstances having me living between Pora and Ngatea currently, Kirapehi, if you know the area. Some people call it North Netherton, as Milne makes no hassle of this one. Hautapu 24, Fraser Tech 21, just under a minute and a half to go. What a nail biter we have here. 2 points in it. Definitely worth for the replay of last year's final.
1.5 to go.
1.5, thanks Glenn. Love it when referees help out their old referees. There's a kick down, Fraser trying to challenge it, but Hautapu cleaning it up pretty well. And Fraser Tech have won it back. On the far hand side, they're inside Hautapu's 22.
We don't get to see too many of them in club rugby, but drop goal.
Well, we've seen one tonight that missed from Hautapu. Then Fraser Tech got one. And no, Hautapu have turned it over. They won it legally. Milne now, he just wants to play the territory game. Kicks it behind Cook Savage's head and it goes into touch. And Hautapu is that the get out of jail free card that wins them the game. 2 metres inside Hautapu's half. Fraser Tech have now gone for a 5-man line out. They've got to win this ball though. There's a big roar coming from Hautapu's side. And Hautapu will won it back. Fraser Tech will go in there searching for it, but I don't think they'll have it. My thinking is that time is up. And they're still going with their small numbers as Hautapu. It'll be... I think they're setting up to kick this one out. Look at the way tackling this. Comes back to Milne. Milne kicks it out. And it is full time here at Elliott Park. It is Hautapu who have taken it out 24 over Fraser Tech 21. My name is Bevan Jenkinson. Been great to have you wherever you have been tuning in. Joel's just having a look at his phone to see if any updates. There is nothing, but Joel will update those scores on the page later on tonight. Got some packing down to do here, as you can see, with the scaffolding. My thanks to Joel, my cameraman, as well as Michael Wernter, the referee, for putting up the scaffolding earlier today. Stay tuned next Saturday. We will bring you Hamilton Marist versus Melville at Hamilton Marist grounds. If you can't make it in person, stay tuned there for the live stream. And have a nice, warm, safe Wednesday night wherever you're tuning in from.